Shabbat Shalom. I hope everybody's been having a good week. It is another frigidly cold day where I live at here, but next week looks like we'll see warmer temperatures. On to the current reason, the things that are going on here. It's being reported that over in Gaza, by an ex-Islamic terrorist, that thousands of Muslims will come to Christ, that there apparently has been a mass vision of Yashua seen by the Palestinians inside of the Gaza Strip. Now, people from Islam do convert to Christianity legitimately, happens all the time. However, this is coming from situations where people it happens gradually over time, and in some cases it happens very abruptly. But this is the point I want to make on this, is that this has happened in Gaza. It hasn't been reported that this has happened, not in these numbers, anywhere else. Now, I am not saying that this isn't legitimate. It very well could be. But there is something that I do want to bring to people's attention. That there is something inside of Islam. It's called Taqiyyah. And that is spelled Taqiyyah. I'll spell that again. Taqiyyah. And what this is in Islam is the practice of concealing one's belief and foregoing ordinary religious duties when under threat of death or injury. There are certain instances inside of the Quran that gives Muslims the okay to lie, and this is one of those specific situations. So, this is what I want people to consider, and this is where people need to think about this prayerfully and use discernment. That you need to take the conditions and what is happening in Gaza and put that on the table. Now, this, like I said, this very well could be coming from Yashua. Very well could be. But in the light of Taqiyyah and what is happening in Gaza, that the Israeli military has surrounded the place. There's constant fighting over there, constant bombing. There are things going on behind the scenes that none of us actually know about. So could this be a situation where the Palestinians are using this Taqiyyah to save their own skin? Or are they legitimately having these visions of Yashua simultaneously? The part that, for me, that I call that's suspect in this situation is this is happening only in Gaza. It is not happening anywhere else in any other Islamic Muslim nation or country. It's not happening anywhere else. And I did make some comments on some YouTube pages regarding this, and I told people this is one of those kind of situations because, and if this happened to one or two people, okay, but it's happening apparently in the thousands of Palestinians. This is happening to thousands. And that being said, this is one of those cases where you have to be extremely cautious because of the number of people that this is happening to, and the situation that the Palestinians are in right now. This could be a case where they are utilizing this method to get out of this without harm. It could be. But it is not for me, nor of any of you, to pass judgment. The only reason I am making this video is to inform people that there is this method inside of Islam, Taqiyyah, that could be being utilized in this way. Now, there was a young lady that I was responding to a question of hers, and then I followed it up with something else out of biblical scripture that trying to get her to think in a slightly different direction. And this is out of the book of Acts in chapter 5. And this is from verses 35 to 35 to 39. And it says right here, and he said to them, men of Israel, take care what you propose to do with these men. For some time ago, Theudas rose up claiming to be somebody, and a group of about 400 men joined with him, but he was killed, and all who followed him were disappeared, and it came to nothing. After this man, Judas of Galilee rose up in those days of Sinnus and drew away some people after him. He too perished, and all those who followed him were scattered. So in the present case, I say to you, stay away from these men and let them alone. For if this is the plan or action of men, it will be overthrown. But if it is of Elohim, you will not be able to overthrow it or them, or else you may even be found fighting against Elohim, the God of Israel. So that being said, if this is happening, all praise to the Most High Yah. But we should always be on our best guard and use discernment through prayer and seek guidance from Yashua HaMashiach and the Ruach HaKodesh. So with that, everybody, I hope everyone is having a good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.